guys, welcome back. And this morning I am back out at West Bay, like I was in last week's vlog, except this week it's not blowing a hoolie, and yeah, the wind's nice and calm, and I'm able to do some nice long exposures. And fingers crossed we're going to get a nice sunrise. I'm not quite sure yet, because when I was checking the weather last night, there was a big band of like rain cloud and big cloud down towards the east, and that usually means it's going to sit there on the horizon, and it is now, and is going to snuff out any potential sunlight. So I thought I'd get down here extra early, maybe like 20 minutes, half an hour before I usually do, to see if I get any more ambient light beforehand, because that can often be the case when you have low sitting cloud on the horizon like this. And it's quite nice at the moment. I've set up a little composition using this rock as some foreground interest. And of course, when you're in West Bay, I don't know if you guys have been to West Bay before, you should definitely pop down here. It's got an amazing backdrop, and East Cliff and then Burton Bradstock Cliff in the background are just sheer cliffs. If you've watched Broadchurch, this is where Broadchurch was filmed. So they make a beautiful backdrop. And as long as you found some nice foreground interest like I have here, you're pretty much made up for a real nice landscape image. So what I'm doing is I have a 2-stop hard edge on the sky, just trying to bring out any more detail I can grab in the sky. And that's it, no more filters. I'm shooting at ISO 125 f9 and 1.3 second exposure. And as the waves come in, you guys have seen me do this before, if you've watched some of my vlogs, start shooting, and then as the waves are pulling out, you're still continuously shooting. And I like that motion in the waves when the waves are pulling back out. That's why I tend to shoot just before they come in, and then as they're pulling themselves back out, that's when you grab your image. So yeah, ISO 125, 1.3 seconds, and f9.
About the walls you break it, 'cause when you stop the world keeps shaking, and I don't want to be apart. Then I heard it in the...
Yeah, I was looking through some of my archive images last night, and there were some from West Bay, and I had this really nice image that was shot about March last year, 2017. Actually, I'll pop it up on screen for you guys now. And this image is probably one of my favourite images. Just compositionally it works really well, and with the pastel skies and the fog rolling off the top of East Cliff, it just makes for like that perfect landscape image. So that's what made me come back out down here today. Although we don't have any nice rolling fog and the sky's not great, it's still nice to be out doing what I do best, and enjoying this environment. And there's no one down here this morning. Usually you get an old dog walker walking around, but no, I've seen nobody. So it's nice and peaceful, which gives me the whole beach to do what I want and have a look around where I want, and no distractions, so it's really nice. So I'm just going to go for a walk down towards the cliff now. You've got to be a bit careful with these cliffs because they are renowned for slipping because they're so sheer. But I think they have slipped in the past few weeks or something, and there's some nice rocks on the beach, on the sand itself, and luckily the tide is going out, so there's lots of space. I wouldn't go down there if it's high tide. So I'm going to see if I can find any nice foreground interest and possibly do some long exposures using the sea again, similar sort of shot as the previous one, maybe 1 second, 1.5 second exposures, and get that silky misty look on the sea. So yeah, let's go. shot just a minute ago. I popped it up on screen just a minute ago, and it must be from where the it must be like the footings for an old jetty or something, because it just has that kind of look, and it must just be from where the tide has just eroded away all the sand, because the sand has been pushed up the beach quite a lot here. And I think, yeah, it just must be the footings, the steels for an old jetty or something. So it made for a nice kind of leading line into nothing sort of shot, and I think it works really nice with the long exposure, with the sea looking all misty. So yeah, a bit different to what I normally do, but still a nice image in itself. And then the wind sort of like started to pick up, and the waves started to get bigger, and I was rushing around all over the place, making sure I wasn't getting wet feet, and came over towards the cliffs. And yeah, sorry I haven't filmed any of it, but yeah, the waves were just picking up, and it must be from where the wind's hitting the waves. I was getting covered in like a sea mist. I still am. I'm having to wipe my glasses every 5 minutes, wipe the lenses, get back down, take that shot again, and wipe the lenses again. And I managed to set up a composition over here by the cliffs just before the sun was coming up, about 10 minutes ago. And I found a really nice composition with a rock in the foreground and just a wide angle shot. And yeah, it kind of really worked. I'll put that one up in a minute. And that was shot at 500ths of a second at f11 and ISO 100. And that was a sort of shot where you just pop the tripod down, set up the composition, burst like 10 photos in a second, and then leg it because of the waves coming in. So I couldn't really film it at the same time because I didn't really know where I was going to be or what I was going to do. So it was a case of just grabbing the shot and yeah, talking about it afterwards. So that often is the case with landscape photography, especially when you're down by the seaside, because you don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, I'll pop that image up in a minute. It was at 500ths of a second, f11, ISO 100. Didn't have time for any filters or anything, but yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up here, get back in the warm because I'm freezing, and get some breakfast. And yeah, thanks for watching the vlog, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do click that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and write us a little comment. So until next time, bye for now.
About the walls you break it, 'cause when you stop the world keeps shaking, and I don't want to be apart. Then I heard it in the morning, and then I saw it in the evening, and then you said without a warning that you need someone to believe